you know, full guard, and instead of getting this shoulder crunch, or I get this and he pulls out before I can lock it in. He starts, I can trap this elbow. I still have the post. Right? I just go back to whatever version of a sweep I can hit because I've taken the post away. Right? You know, so it's a matter of now when I'm in guard, I'm trying to get control of one of his arms. So I take that post away, and then I just figure out how to get my legs in position to hit either a butterfly sweep, a scissor sweep, a flower sweep, or a hip bump sweep.
Does it work with that? So I want to wrist and elbow bit?
Absolutely. Right? It's anything that keeps him from posting, right? If I have that, like I still have him stopped from being able to post, right? So I can bring him through and, right? Same thing, he can't post, I just have to leverage him in that direction, right? And so I need some version of those, you know, those sweeps to then move him in that direction where I took the post away, right? And then just go on all fours for me. And then remember when you're sweeping this guy, like whichever post I take away, if I take this post away, I want to sweep him in that direction, right? Not this direction, because he still has this, right? Now, if I'm taking both of these away, I can sweep him directly to the side like we do with the scissor sweep. Does that make sense? But if all I have is one, I have to go to that angle to create the sweep. Make sense? So, if we go back to that Z guard, you know, and I have the shoulder crunch and I'm here, if I can't get my foot to the outside and I still want to sweep him, I got to go this way. Does that make sense? Now it doesn't matter if he slides his knee out, because I went to the angle where he can't create a post, right? So, you know, so if you start to understand those principles, you know, you can create a sweep off of any, you know, entanglement grip that you can get, right? And then, you know, if you can get a butterfly hook, then you have your butterfly sweeps, right? So, but I know we play a lot with butterflies. Sometimes you can't get them. You know, you can't feed that foot back in to start that process. So if I can't feed it back in, then I got to switch to scissor sweep, flower sweep, something else to get my hips involved to be able to get them over, right? Does that all make sense? Any questions on any of that? No? Cool. So, so then the last one we're going to play with just for a few minutes then is the hip bump sweep, because we're going to talk about it the way it's taught and then the way we're going to start doing it now. So, so we'll just go from full guard. It makes this simple. All right, so anytime I'm in full guard and I'm breaking his posture and he postures back up, I can come up with him to start looking for this. This is the way the traditional one is taught. I sit up with him, right? And I come over and I look for his elbow so I can pull this post away again. Because if I don't, he just posts and then he doesn't go anywhere, right? But if I take that post away, I can knock him over and come to the mat, right? So that's the way it's traditionally taught. So now we have a better way. So we're here and I'm breaking him down. He's posturing up. I don't even have to follow him up. I'm just going to turn to my side and it's like I'm reaching to touch my foot. This is all I'm trying to do. Get to here. Now I come back and collect the elbow and now I just sweep him over. The beautiful thing about this is the traditional hip bump. If as he's posturing up, he keeps his hands on my chest, I can't come up, right? So I just create the angle, which his frames no longer matter, right? Jimmy up at the Tect Center showed me this. This is really cool. This is something he figured out. I don't know where he got it from or if he just figured it out on his own. But this little angle switch makes a huge difference, right? Do you need to see that? You got that? Yeah. Right, so the traditional again, like if I'm breaking him down and he's posturing up, I'm coming straight up, right? But if he keeps his hands on my chest when I do that, I can't come up, like push me back down, right? It's hard for me to get to my spot to hit my hip bump. right? So instead, as he postures up and he gets here, I'm just gonna make this turn, almost like I'm gonna drop that knee in and go to K-guard. I reach for my foot, and then I collect his elbow. My leg comes to the mat, and we hip bump it over, right? So, let's play with that for a few minutes, and then we're gonna come back and talk about how we do it from meat hook. It's the same principle, right? Let's hit it, 3, 2, 1. Down, I got to my rubber guard, I hit my zombie, and I got to my meat hook, and I'm here. So when I have the meat hook, I can hit a version of that same hip bump sweep. So if you've been here when we've done this sweep, that's all this is. You know, the only difference is now I'm using my hips against his shoulders to flip him instead of my hips against his hips, right? So now I want to push with this leg to get up to my elbow, right? This is where everybody goes wrong. They try to just get up on their elbow, but if he drives into me right here, I'm never getting to my elbow, right? So I want to get on my side and I want to push him so he can't push back into me very well. Now I get up on my elbow and I'm here. And now I keep pushing all the way to the top. Then we can go right back like we were doing at the beginning of the class into the mounted go-go, or you can attack that kimora, right? So we're here, I broke him down, got to my rubber guard, got to my meat hook, right? And so I got here. As soon as I get here, instead of like hanging out and letting him start to push my knee down and pass my guard and do all the stuff he wants to do, I start pushing it. So see how he has to post with his arm? If he's posting with his arm, he's not posting on my leg and passing, right? So now I just start getting up, come to the top, and then you can go wherever once you get there, right? Let's play it. 3, 2, 1.